All right, look like we're live. Sweet. I see a couple people online. Maybe not. Got to get to the Michigan game. Michigan's in trouble early. A lot of hype this year for the Wolverines, but late night at swimming. Had the kiddo at swimming, so we're just getting caught up here. Wake Forest leading Michigan by 4 with under 3 minutes to go. That's a big, I was just texting with somebody that Steve Forbes at Wake Forest is really kind of, I think it's his 4th year or maybe even 5th year. He was hired the same year Ben Johnson was hired at Minnesota, and I'll tell you what, I don't think Wake's been to the tournament in Forbes' tenure, and this is kind of a big year for him. Same with Mike Young at Virginia Tech. Derek, what games are on tonight? Well, we got Louisville versus Kentucky. So top 15 matchup there. We have Creighton Gonzaga out west, which will be interesting. Wayzata native Jackson McAndrew in the starting lineup for them. And then the other biggie is Illinois Texas Tech, which Texas Tech has Orono native Nolan Groves. So like a lot of local storylines, a lot of big time games here tonight. I love more of this in college basketball than there used to be. It's fun to have some of these big time matchups. I mean, Louisville versus Kentucky on November 11th is outstanding. So I don't know, Derek, if you can hear that, but if you got me, let me know. This is test run number 1. Let's see what else I gotta see. Loud and clear. Sweet. We're working. I think I'm scaring off people. I can't get enough people to join me live randomly at the drop of a hat on these live broadcasts. But this is more of a test than anything. So we'll just see how it goes. Get the chat going, get a little practice in. All right, we got Texas Tech. The other thing I found interesting, like really cool. So Mike Krzyzewski played at West Point.
Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans.
Played at West Point, and he's at the game tonight. So Duke is actually playing at West Point against Army. Bob Knight coached at Army, Coach K at Army, and so it's kind of cool that they get to play this game. You know, West Point gets to host Duke. Sure, they got a big crowd there. It's pretty sweet. I think Duke, after a close beginning, I think Duke kind of tightened the screws a little bit. I got to see Army on Saturday against St. Thomas, which was kind of fun. Another really cool, 72-39, Duke leading Army. But cool story. Like, I didn't know anything about this. So the big donor for the new St. Thomas Arena is actually a West Point grad. He played basketball at Army. I think they said he graduated in like 61 or something, but he ended up, donating all this money to St. Thomas. So when St. Thomas opened that new arena, they get to play Army. So really cool tie there for the Lee Anderson, which was pretty unique and special. I'm sure St. Thomas enjoys the $90 million gift they got from him. But all right, so Duke pulling away comfortably ahead We got Kentucky, Louisville. Let's check in on that game. I don't want to run too far away from this Michigan game because that's coming down to the wire here. Um, number 9, Kentucky. Number 12, Louisville. Now I had Louisville. Actually, speaking of local players, I talked about Jackson McAndrew playing for Creighton tonight at Gonzaga, but Javon Headley, former Creighton-Durham Hall star, spent some time at Colorado, transferred last year to Louisville. So he's on the Louisville roster as well. I think he's a fifth-year guy there. So another local angle, if you remember him from the Creighton-Durham Hall Raiders. Um, Looks like Louisville up 41-28. Now, I was pretty impressed with Kentucky in a couple of times I've seen them play, but you know, they struggled a little bit the other night. I forget who I saw them playing. They ended up winning, but obviously they're 2-0. Louisville went to the transfer portal big time this year. They got Ryan Conwell is one of them. They got the stud freshman point guard. That's really interesting. So I know I've talked a lot about freshmen this year, but man, it is crazy the talent in the freshman class this year in college. Cam Boozer at Duke, Darren Peterson at Kansas, AJ DeBansa at BYU, Cole Pete showed up big time in his first game at Arizona, Darius Acuff at Arkansas. Could be a really big time wing guard player for them. I was really surprised, honestly, that Michigan State knocked off Arkansas the other night. I know it was a home game, so kudos to Calipari and Arkansas for playing a true road game. Oh, big time shot there from Louisville. And but these coaches are I love and I applaud them who are going to go. Like, I'm going to go play another true road game. Enough of this neutral site and home games against cupcakes. Like, let's prepare your team. There's more bids available than ever, right? Like these major conference teams, 15, 16, 18 team, 20 team leagues, like super conferences. You're going to get chances. So go out in your non-conference and prepare yourself. Seen a little more back to the basket play lately, which is kind of refreshing. I saw Michigan tonight. They always have their bigs. They got Diamara transferred from UCLA. He's like 7'2", 7'3", playing a little bit. Getting a post feed, and then right there, Kentucky going inside to one of their big freshmen. So yeah, Brown Jr. is the point guard for Louisville. That's an absolute stud. So keep an eye on him too. Talking about all these freshmen, like he's another one. Big guard. So what's up, Lily? Excited? Oh, I suppose the girls' high school basketball season has started their practice this week, day 2. Boys start next week, I believe. Excited to see those West Central area Knight girls basketball squad this year, opening up at New London. Spicer, perennial power in the state of Minnesota in the Class AA. West Central girls coming off a state championship last year. Congrats to them. That was super fun, exciting tournament. Talk about preparing yourself. They play a AA schedule, so they're playing mostly 2A schools, and then they're a Class A, so then you get to tournament time. Maybe your record's not as gaudy as some other teams, but you're prepared. You've seen it all. You've seen pressure. You've seen size. You've played some of the best teams in the state in that level at 2A, and now you drop in and you play a tournament at single A, and you're more prepared. You're more ready. So yeah, big shout out West Central area Knights girls basketball state champions 2025. Very fun to watch that run for the girls. All right, I better hop over to that Michigan game. Let's see. Where was that one at? Wake Forest. Here we go. Doing this on my phone, watching games on my phone so that I can. We love the AA schedule. Yeah, you do. Got to beat the best to be the best, right? All right, Michigan's back up 1 now. We got a minute to go. This Harris kid for Wake Forest has just been killing them all night. They get some dribble penetration. Got the big rim protector there, Mara. But the second chance points buries a 3, man. That is one of the things in basketball. At whatever level, I've seen it with our 6th graders already this season, is it when you give second chances, it's almost like I need to see that. I want to see that metric. What is your shooting percentage off an offensive rebound or second chance? Because it seems like if you give up an offensive rebound and a kick out for an open 3 or even, a long 2, whatever, or just a tip back, obviously they're going to make a tip. They're gonna finish an offensive rebound around the rim, but man, just those are killers. Those are killers. You work so hard, you play defense for college level it's 30 seconds or whatever, high school 40 seconds. Play defense that long, give up a rebound, and they just bury a 3. It is a gut punch. Really excited for that Illinois Texas Tech game, man. That's going to be an absolute battle. Another surprise in the Big Ten this week, Indiana just putting it on Marquette in Marquette. That was surprising. Darren DeVries, new coach coming in, brings his son Tucker from West Virginia. And man, him and DeVries and Wilkerson might be one of the best 1-2 punches in the Big Ten. And Wilkerson transferred, I think, a school in Texas. And boy, they're going to be. They look good. Some of the Big Ten teams, I was super high on Maryland, but they didn't look great against Georgetown and Indiana. I wasn't high on them, and man, they look good. So, yeah, I got Indiana natives in the chat just blowing me up here about the Hoosiers. All right, Michigan out of a baseline, out of bounds. Let's see what they run here. A little middle pick and roll. Oh, they get Cadeau wide open, which that's the guy you want to leave open, but they let him drive right to the rim. See, that's you got to know the scouting report, man. Cadeau, he wants to put it on the deck, and they come flying out at him. No, you don't want to give up a 3 there, but Cadeau is not a great 3-point shooter. All right, we got about a second and a half difference in the shot clock. Boys like Steve Forbes. Curious to see what they do here. A little ghost screen. Oh, bad spacing. Somebody did something wrong there, but Michigan gets the steal. Wow. Crazy. What's up, dude? You're going to be on YouTube if you come in here. It's on right now. Yeah. Oh. There's Ellis. You going to wave? What's that?
You putting it on?
It's on YouTube. You're a star.
What the frick?
Hey. E-Money.
What the heck?
Just Christine and Derek saying hi. It's all good. I think Lily might be there too.
Dad,
Yeah?
can I do something?
You gonna talk about basketball with me?
No.
Oh,
Can we
okay.
talk about a switch?
Okay, go. Come on. We'll do that later. Just
I
not.
want to be bored. I'm bored.
E-Money did not want to break down the end of the Michigan Wake Forest game with me. Looks like they're going to have to put some time back on the clock here in this Michigan game. Big breakdown there on Wake Forest. They had poor spacing. Somebody went the wrong way, and too many defenders' hands. Cadeau with the steal. So they're only going to put 0.4. I thought they'd maybe put more on there on that clock, but no, maybe they are. They're reviewing still. So what are we going to talk about? St. Thomas. I think we're going to the Gophers game on Saturday. They have Green Bay. Tomorrow night, Gophers are on the road at Missouri. That'll be a good test. That's going to be their first real test of the season, I'd say, and we'll see how that shakes out. I think if you've watched the Gophers, it's certainly an enjoyable offensive product. Defensively, they've played some teams that it's hard to tell how their defense is. There's not enough size on some of these teams and that they've played, but Missouri's historically pretty good. Dennis Gates, good coach. Missouri's on the rise. I made the tourney last year, so that's a tourney team, or at least their expectations are a tournament for Missouri. So we'll see how the Gophers handle going on the road. Nice thing is transfer portal. You got a lot of guys who played Division I basketball. They've been in road environments. Jalen Cracker Johnson at Colorado State. Kay Tyson played at Carolina last year, so he's used to high level ACC environments. So it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Chauncey Willis, Western Michigan, probably hasn't played in a ton of environments like that, but it'll be a good test for the Gophers. So after St. Thomas whooped up on Army the other night on their home opener, they went out. It was crazy. I saw the video of Coach Tower after the game talking to the team. He's like, all right, we got to get on a bus or I get on a flight. They were flying out to Pullman, Washington to play Washington State last night. So they played at home Saturday in Washington State on Monday night and I think they ended up losing by 10, but it wasn't that close throughout the game. They were kind of getting beat up. So they go out to St. Mary's in California, take a 26-point loss, go out to Pullman, lose. So they're scheduling tough. These are, high major programs. St. Mary's tournament team. Oh, wow. Michigan just about threw away the inbound pass. They're lucky they tipped that. Otherwise, Wake would have had almost a second. So St. Thomas, now they get, I forget who they have. I know they might have Green Bay coming up too. Maybe Green Bay's doing a little Twin Cities rotation here between the Gophers and St. Thomas. But going to OT. Boy, this is turning out to be a really good night of basketball already. So in my Big 12 preview, I talked about Cincinnati needing to, they scheduled their non-conference to build some equity with the selection committee and try to, be 500 or above in the Big 12. But winning some of these non-conference games were huge for them. Tonight, they definitely looked like they took care of business with Dayton. Last I saw, they were up pretty big. I want to say like 15, but let me just double check here where we're at. Cincinnati. Kentucky's made a little run. God, that's there's been some high scoring basketball games this year. It's just crazy. To my West Central Minnesota folks, Chase Thompson from Alexandria grew up in Glenwood. He's having a game tonight. He is, I saw early, he had a dunk. He had a nice little hook shot. Let's see, where is he at now? Chase Thompson. 6 points, 3 for 5, 2 assists, no rebounds. So, yeah, just a nice, for true freshmen coming in, it's a nice showing. They're up big on Morehead State. Not Morehead, Minnesota. Minnesota State, Morehead, different Morehead State. Kentucky, I believe. Or Tennessee. All right. Now, Florida was also in some trouble early. Number 10, Florida, lose opening night to Arizona. But looks like they came out second half and playing a little bit better. They're up 7 now on Florida State. A little interstate rivalry game. Florida State got a first-year coach this year as well, and good finish at the rim. And, that's a place that has had success. They've had winning teams. They've had tournament runs. Leonard Hamilton did a great job with them, but much like, Coach K, Roy Williams, Jim Boeheim, you get into your 70s and it's time. Last couple of years hadn't been great for the Seminoles either, so that's probably makes it a little bit easier to hang it up. But Luke Lauk's former Florida State player, returns home to his alma mater. Well, this is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I enjoy the chat. I could do this every night. I don't think the family would love it, but I don't know if you guys are watching games as well. It's just me listening to me talk about them. Florida State down 5. We're almost at the under 4 timeout. It's crazy how Thomas Houck for Florida, he's like 6'10", 6'11". They're playing him at the 3 this year because he's got a pretty good handle. He can shoot pretty well. Last year they were him and Condon were so impressive down low, but you had 3 or 4, just I think their top 4 guards are gone. Two are Will Richards and Clayton Jr. in the NBA for sure. I mean, these guys are just, oh, that's a great look. That's why he's playing the 3. Gets to the middle of paint, alley-oop, easy buckets. We got an under 4. We're at the timeout. Florida State calls timeout. All right, we'll check back in on that later. Got to go see this. We got OT. So we got the 11th tonight. I think next Tuesday is the Coaches Classic. That's the Duke versus who is it? Must be Kansas this year or Kentucky. The one that you get Michigan State, you get Kentucky, you get Duke and UNC all playing on the same night. That's usually the third Tuesday of November. We need to get I should know this off the top of my head. I've always wanted to go to this, but what do we got here? They rotate it too. Sometimes it's in Chicago. I think sometimes they play that in New York City, Kansas. Yeah, Duke and Kansas at Madison Square Garden. I mean, does it get any better than that? I mean, that's phenomenal. Tuesday the 18th. So that's the nightcap. The first game will be Michigan State versus Kentucky. Again, Michigan State Izzo schedules anybody and everybody, and I love it. I was a little they got Kentucky that night. So it should be 2 great games a week from now. Okay. I have to bring this up because my sister gave me a hard time about not bringing it up on one of my earlier pods. But she likes to say that I'm a Duke fan because she's a Duke fan. She's probably mostly right. Core memory sitting in your room watching Duke lose to Georgia Tech on your 13th birthday. Is that what that 13th birthday? Oh, your 13-inch black and white TV. Oh, God, I remember that. I remember watching Timberwolves games on that 13-inch black and white TV in the kitchen. Like the first year, like 89 probably. It's like, oh, is that Michael Jordan dribbling up? I can't really tell. The screen's so small. It's just crazy. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, so super fun. Christine and I went to Duke to see a game a couple years ago before Coach K retired, which was awesome. We'll have to do that again. I think we should definitely make another trip out there. Ooh, Trey McKinney for 3. Ooh. Wake Forest is doing a good job blocking out these big guys for Michigan. Forbes wants a timeout. You got to get a bucket here. You really put the pressure on Michigan. So, like I said, I really like Steve Forbes. Man, they had a lead coming down the stretch. It's too bad they couldn't win it. By the way, does this feel like a little Manning cast-ish without the guests? I feel like it's just, it's kind of an interesting experience. I gotta get any takers for joining next time when you do this. Illinois, Texas Tech tipping off. I wonder if Nolan Groves starting tonight. He started the first game for Illinois, Texas Tech, but that was JT Toppin was out and Luan Betts was out for Texas Tech. So Groves got the start, but Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to get minutes. He's physically ready. It's usually the thing, like if you are a freshman and you come in and maybe you're not physically ready or you're not, locked in defensively. I think Groves is both of those things. So I think he'll play. I think he'll be definitely a rotation guy. Um, Brutal stat for Wake Forest: 3-20 in their last 23 games against ranked opponents, and that's probably why Wake Forest hasn't been in the tournament the last couple of years. So Forbes really needs this one. I mean, this would be a big time win for Wake. See, there they get their better spacing on their pick and roll. Oh, now they're getting a lot of sorts here. Oh, got bailed out by a foul on the freshman. Freshman mistake there. Kind of got Wake Forest in a scramble mode, and he gets a little handsy on the rip through. Yep. I think I saw something on Instagram that Christian Leitner is going to be at one of the malls in the Twin Cities coming soon, doing some autograph signing, I believe. So we'll have to bust out those old Leitner Wolves jerseys and get them for an autograph signing. Or a T-Wolves starter jacket. Man, those were nice back in the day. Oh man, he missed the free throw. Missed both. That's brutal. Bring back the starter jackets. Well, yeah. I mean, Derek, you're our clothing aficionado. That's a charge. Yeah. We need to get those starter jackets. I mean, I thought they were kind of coming back. We talked today a little bit which we recorded. Will be coming up on a podcast soon about the 90s nostalgia coming back and some of the sports basketball experiences that people are having now with different things. So why not just bring the starter jackets back? I'm on board with that. I had a Miami Hurricanes one. Gino Doretta, who ended up getting drafted by the Vikings. These are not personal attacks. These are legit. We want them back. We want starter jackets. I started rolling my jeans the other day. Nobody else was doing it. Boy, a lot of mistakes at the end of this Wake Forest Michigan game. I don't know if that's early season working through things. I wouldn't say either of these teams are super young, so you don't usually see this much happening. But yeah, Miami, the U. I mean, I think I remember a lot of kids had the Charlotte Hornets ones. Like it was all about the colors. That's why I like the U, because they had the green and the orange, which I kind of liked. But there was like San Jose Sharks, Charlotte Hornets. Who else had the crazy colors? The Ducks, maybe. The Anaheim Ducks when they first came out. So. All right, Wake's got the ball, under a minute to go, tie game. Kind of had some tough possessions. Everybody had the friend with the Hornets jacket. I don't know that I can recall. I know somebody did. I just can't recall who it was. Oh, okay, so now that was what they were trying to do. They get a paint touch, reverse the ball, ghost screen. They switched it. Oh, see that what you got, Mara there? It's tough. You got 7-3 standing at the rim, man. I don't think Drew had a Hornets jacket. Could have been. I'll have to check with him. I doubt he remembers. Let's see. Let's go check in on the Kentucky Louisville game. See our boy Javon Hadley. Kentucky has some pretty impressive freshmen themselves. Now they're at a commercial. This is where you need like 4 TVs going on, so you don't even have to guess, right? All right, let's see. Time. Let's just see if I can do polls in the chat. Oh yeah, we can. Oh, sweet. All right, new poll in the chat. See what we get for responses for that one. I have a feeling it's going to be divided, house divided. All right, so man, Indiana football. I still can't believe that. 10-0, number 2 in the country. Whew. They're going to be Ohio State versus Michigan just took a lead. Got some free throws coming. What's up, Jack? Say hi. We're breaking it down. Oh, Natalie's here too. Oh, Derek had a Raiders jacket. All right, we got 6 seconds. Oh, Wake Forest down 1.
Let me see this.
Jack, what do you think here? We got a 1-point game. Wake Forest has the ball. 6.6 seconds. What are you looking for? What kind of shot?
I don't know. I say just get to the paint.
Get to the paint. Okay. I think that's a good strategy. What's up, Ellis? Ellis, what do you think? Do you think Wake Forest or Michigan will win this game?
Let's see.
Hi, Christine.
So
You were swimming, just didn't get your hair
who are
combed.
you cheering for?
Not cheering for anybody. We're just watching the
Michigan.
game. Just talking. You're cheering for Michigan?
Yeah, because they live the closest.
Oh, okay. Because they're the closest.
Hi, Ivy.
All right, Wake Forest struggling here. Only made 1 of their last 8 shots. Natalie says hi too.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're right. Oh, they're running it. They're running it.
okay. All right. Well, you got it. So Mara, they got him out at the top. Okay, they just called timeout. I was gonna say, this podcast is on fire. There's so much engagement. This is amazing. So yeah, if you're Michigan, you got to try to keep Mara down by the hoop to deter any rim runners. So don't want to go zone probably here, but they.
Bro, the bread mom made is fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. Fire.
From Leo, bro.
We had a whole gaggle at the gym tonight. So Ellis had swimming. Jack was shooting hoops. What'd you have, like eight classmates there?
Yeah.
Balling out? Bruh. The whack was fire.
Dad.
Cringe. Bruh. All right. Heidi's on too. Wow.
What's up, Mom?
It's the first time she's checked out anything related to the pod. Oh boy.
6, 7.
All right. So they get it in. Oh,
What are they doing?
What are they doing? Yeah. Oh, there you go. It gets downhill.
Oh,
see? They put Mara at the rim.
dang.
Deterred the rim. That guy had to totally alter his shot. That was a nice adjustment. Dusty May originally had Mara guarding somebody out by the line.
Oh my god.
And then he buried him down at the block. Big. That's a tough loss for Wake Forest though, man. Tough loss for Wake Forest. And boom goes the dynamite.
Bye, guys.
All right, Jack's out. Well, that was fun.
Dad, tell me if there's any close games again.
Okay. Kentucky, Louisville. Let's go by. They're in and out. They don't have quite the attention span. All right, what do we got over here? Kentucky's putting the pressure on here a little bit with Louisville. This time goes by super fast, I feel like, when you're doing it live. Ryan Conwell. There's Brown Jr., Javon Hadley, Denzel Abertine for Kentucky. I think Kentucky, if I remember right, also plays Indiana in a month or so. So they get Louisville tonight. They get Michigan State next Tuesday. And then a couple weeks after that, they get Indiana. So just, some of these teams can afford it, right? Like they're most likely going to be in the tournament. And so they can schedule non-conference and not worry about a loss here and there, but good help defense from Kentucky. They get the post touch to kick out for an open three. Louisville goes up 10. That was right out of halftime. That's probably about as ideal a possession as you can get if you're Pat Kelsey. This is a classic case of, like, I know Louisville's got the freshman point guard, but most of their team is older. And then Kentucky's got probably 3 or 4 of their core guys are freshmen. So, and then you're going into this road environment. Oh, move, dude. Gets a kick out, another kick out for 3. Playing inside out, man. It's simple. It's high school to the NBA. Some level, you got to get an inside paint touch. You got to get some sort of reaction from the defense to look down low. And when you do that, then you swing the ball. Good block out there by Louisville. Oh, turnovers. Let them back in the game. Otego Owe, preseason SEC player of the year. Big wing player. Oh, nice. Wow, did he just say the first sellout at the Yum Center in 6 years? That's nuts. Louisville basketball hasn't had a sellout at their home court in 6 years. Louisville, it's crazy. Joe, I would love if you would remind her of that. No, I need to invest. I got a graphic design buddy that I need to have him get like a little design built up for the background, or we could do a virtual background, but I gotta sport a few of my things here. Jack's Ant jersey, got where's the Tyus poster from the SI cover when they won the national title. So thanks for stopping by, Joe. We had some Wolves talk this week. Yeah, just they had their kind of I don't know how to describe it, right? But they're beating up on the teams they should be, which they haven't always done. So I appreciate that. But then you're like, okay, well, you play the Knicks and you kind of get beat up. You lose to the Lakers twice. So I think the games, is it Saturday against Denver, is huge for the Wolves, because it's one thing to beat up on Sacramento and Utah for 4 straight, but Denver's a different beast. So we'll see if they've kind of found something here. Obviously, getting Ant back is better. I'm a little surprised they've been running DiVincenzo in the starting lineup and bringing Conley off the bench, but it seems to be working for now. So just it was such a core bench group of Nas, Nikhil, and Dante last year, so like just mixing things up a little bit, maybe just getting Conley a little bit fewer minutes so he's a little more fresh. But yeah, we'll see where it goes this weekend. That's a big game. Hopefully they take care of business against Sacramento too. I think they play them on Friday, so they go back to back, Sacramento and Denver. I know they're kind of talking about Jalen Clark's minutes and how they were kind of down again now that Ant's back. But man, I really feel like he's got to play more. I just think he's really good. It sounds like they found something with when Rudy's off the floor. Oh, it's a charge. Oh, yeah, charge. When Rudy's off the floor, that they just need more defense. So they're going to try to play Jalen Clark with Jaden McDaniels and then Julius and Nas. And then, it could be Ant, it could be Dante, it could be Mike at the other spot. But keeping Jalen and Jaden together when Rudy's not on the court, hopefully can limit that, because that's been such a big thing with the Wolves is Rudy's on the court, they're +6 or +8 or whatever they are in a given game, and he comes off the court and they're down now, they're -10. So now you're -2. So just being able to hold serve a little bit better when Rudy's not on the court, especially defensively. And that's where I feel like Jaden's got to play more. I think I mentioned on the pod how they have OKC has 4 guys like that, 4 guys that are just defensive, relentless in your shorts the whole time, just pressuring you and staying with you and staying connected. And, Kaysen Wallace and Lou Dort and Alex Caruso and, the Wolves basically have Jalen Clark now. They used to have Nikhil was like that. So it's just a big role that they need. And I think Shannon Jr. hasn't shown up yet this year. I think that's kind of been a surprise and a little disappointing for fans, because he was kind of, at least summer league wise and throughout the preseason, he looked like he was ready for a breakout year. And now he's hurt. So we'll see. But Louisville opening this up a little bit here on Kentucky, up 14 now. It's early. There's a lot of time. There's 3-point shot, especially in, NBA, college, man. This lead could be gone in 3 minutes the way these teams shoot threes now. So really want to get over to that Illinois Texas Tech game though and see if Nolan Groves is playing yet from Orono. Illinois is another one of those like super interesting teams this year in the Big Ten, where a lot of European guys, we don't really know a ton about them, but they're, older, they're bigger, they played against pros. And so that's a tough team. Yeah, we got a good game here. And getting Kylan Boswell back for Illinois is huge. He missed last year with injury. So what do they call the Balkan Express or something with these European guys that Brad Underwood's brought in? All right, let's take a look at the poll here. We got the best starter jacket of all time. Duke got a vote. That was my sister. Charlotte Hornets got 2 votes, and the Vikings actually got a vote there. So interesting, who voted for the Vikings? But I mean, it was pretty sweet. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Christine. Put got Jack with a couple of his buddies in a picture with Paige Beckers. Get that blown up. Oh, good at rim attack. That's bets, I think. Low on bets. This Christian Anderson for Texas Tech is another guy that people are going to want to get to know real quick. He played last year as a true freshman, and he has put up some big numbers already this year. So him and JT Toppin Oh, see, these are just Illinois. Man, Brad Underwood gets these European guys, and they play. It looks like pickup ball. It looks like old man pickup ball. These guys just bullying these 18, 19-year-old American dudes, and they're like, man, I've been playing against professionals for the last 5 years. Take them down to the block and just bang into them. All right, Texas Tech trying to do the same thing here. And he dropped. No JT Toppin, it looks like, on the court right now for Texas Tech. Didn't see if he was playing tonight. Andrei Stojakovic. So Peja Stojakovic from the Sacramento Kings in the 90s, early 2000s. That's his kid. Played at California the last couple of years. Now he's at Illinois. Must have got a nice little payday to transfer. Nice player though, 6'7", kind of scores all over the court, 3 levels. The other game I had penciled to watch was Buffalo. And you're probably like, why the hell would you watch Buffalo? But Buffalo, they got a transfer from Wisconsin named Daniel Freitag. And he was a pretty high recruit coming out of high school. He's got 5 points tonight. He had a 20-something the other night. So I just like to keep an eye on him because he was pretty highly thought of and didn't get much run at Wisconsin. So it transferred down to Buffalo, down being to the MAC. And it'll just be curious to see how he does there and if he does well. Oh yeah, JT Toppin's playing. There's Nolan Groves for 3. Oh, in and out. In and out. He had a good look there on the wing on transition. Oh, big block out for Groves there. He put somebody on his butt. See, that's what I like about him. He is he's a little gritty and he's a little tough and physical. He's not gonna back down from anybody. A lot of size for Illinois though, man. Ivisic, 44. And they got Mirovic. I mean, you got to get the translations out when you start reading some of the names on the Illinois squad.
Is there a close game?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. Texas or Kentucky, Louisville still going. Joe McCafferty stopped in to say hi. I think he bounced now, but he was here for a minute. So Louisville, Kentucky's going on. Louisville will open up a little bit of a lead though. Christine thinks we should blow up that picture of you and was it Cash and Bo with Paige Beckers?
Yeah.
And put that on the wall back there.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be fire.
Yeah.
Good board. Oh, that's going to Louisville. Yeah. This is something I saw you guys do a lot of in that last basketball tournament. Just try to get, not being sure of your outlet passes and trying to get a little bit too fast at times. So even college players do it. Even the best college players do it. All right. I think we're going to wrap this up. I don't know if anybody's, looks like maybe Christine, Ivy, whoever's there, you still there? Just checking in. I might wrap it up here in the next couple minutes, but swing over. Let's take a look at the NBA here. We got Sixers and Celtics tonight. So Sixers have been really surprising. Tyrese Maxey kind of leading the way for them. Quentin Grimes off the bench has been huge for them. And Joel Embiid's kind of like, he's there. He's good. He's still, does his thing, but he's definitely not the focal point. So now you got a little more speed and athleticism. VJ Edgecombe, rookie out of Baylor, really good, really explosive. Andre Drummond's there to help take some pressure off of Embiid down low. God, I forgot they got Paul George and Eric Gordon too. But then Kelly Oubre from Kansas, Jared McCain from Duke. Is he back? He was hurt. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think he's. So I mean, they got some young guys though, Oubre and Maxey and Edgecombe to mix in with some of these older guys. So it'll be, Philadelphia is kind of, they're in a decent spot here right now in the East, with the East being a little bit down. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it. Thanks to those who showed up, did the chat. It was helpful for the first time. We'll do it again. And yeah, thanks a lot. Enjoy the hoops tonight. Should be some great games, great finishes. And we'll talk to you around. Yeah. Thanks, Christine. Thanks for hanging out.